The National Anti-Corruption Strategy meeting is to provide feedback on the findings regarding the implementation of the strategy and to see how the objectives were met. Speaking at the meeting, Hoebes says corruption poses a serious challenge to the government's key development goals and service delivery.
There cannot be effective fight against corruption if those entrusted with management of public resources are not held to account for their decisions and actions. It is therefore necessary that in our quest to vigorously mount the fight against corruption as a nation, we as policy makers and decision makers and administrators equally must account for their actions before their relevant appointing authorities.
In addition, Hoebes says the media, the private sector and civil society also have a role to play in unearthing corruption and for public resources to be utilized prudently with the utmost accountability. Graham Oput, the Institute of Public Policy Research Executive Director, and the Minister in the Office of the President were in agreement on the importance of the Access to Information Act in the fight against corruption. Oput also said that some of the policies, such as asset declarations, seem not to be effective, calling on the government to sign up to the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative or adopt some standards of transparency in the economic cluster in which the state has major interest.
And we think it would be a good thing if Namibia did sign up, or if not, if they don't want to for whatever reason, at least to look at it very closely and maybe adopt some of the transparency measures that are within the EITI. I say this because although fisheries isn't actually in the EITI because it's minerals related, if we had adopted EITI standards and procedures some years ago and applied them to fisheries, we wouldn't have had fish rot.
Hoebes also advised the ACC to focus on its other mandates, such as corruption prevention and education, instead of spending most of its energies on the investigation side.